They did not go alpha right. Let's see what it's going to take to get out of here with all these yahoos. They screw. So the zero ride was kind of fun. I guess what we'll do is we'll do the same ride as the demo I just did. See what I think about that. Shit. Saturn. Oh, it's like sweet. Look at that. Hard to complain, man. See ya. Oops, fuck! Hi! Sorry about that, bud. I usually don't do that. Take it easy. Sorry about that, man. Oops. I was like trying not to fall off the side of the road because there was an edge there, and I was like, I totally forgot about this. This mirror has taken so much abuse the last couple days. All right, so we're gonna do the demo ride that I not just did, but the one I did with the one I did with the R1. It's too nice a day. Now the problem I know, having driven around here plenty of times in Virginia, is that a day like this is either just a hint of rain, just a hint of rain. It will rain. It will rain within a couple of hours, without a question. It's just a question of exactly how long and exactly where you are when it rains. Anybody I see fucking around like that, I'm gonna pass them. This guy is not even came roaring up here. He can't decide whether to look at his phone or get pissed off. Just look at your phone. Where's this thing at? They're both looking at their phone. Both of them. Fucking Vermonters. Look at this guy. Stop here in red, so why am I all the way out there and not turning? This state is so full of fucking dicks. I don't know what the hell the problem is with it. Now he's gonna cross the street in the middle of a green light. Alright, so let's compare this to the R1 first. Well, much better throttle. Much lower. Just rides lower. Got a higher, the knees are not quite as high, but the seat's much lower. Handlebars significantly higher. I just don't know why people think this bike is made for 175. I mean, I would really be hesitant to ride this bike any speed over 100 because it's just not low enough to ride at high speeds. And we're going to show that when we go out 66 in a minute, which we're going to do in a minute. I think the R1, you get much more of a front end feeling. You're much more aware of what's going on the front end of that bike. I think it dominates the bike. You're riding on a bike that has very sharp steering head, and he's playing around with his phone. And it's like you're riding sitting on a unicycle. It just happens to have a back wheel and 160 horsepower. This is a motorcycle. You're between the wheels. The front and back wheels both play a role in everything. It's good balance. And just way better throttle. Way better throttle. Not even, I don't know what it is about Kawasaki now. The one thing I can say is I really didn't like the ZX-12R because I thought it had too much engine braking. It was just odd to ride at zero where it had almost no engine braking. I don't think it had any, really, and you probably could set it up for it, but that bike didn't have it. I suspect it had some kind of additional battery pack because I thought this S only had like a 60-mile range. Or is that, yeah, but this one, it said it had 115 miles range in sport mode. And I think you could consider it sport mode for a scooter. It certainly was peppy. I wouldn't say it never really, you weren't gonna get any head snap acceleration, nothing like that. But it would go fast, and it seemed like it would go faster the faster it went. It had more. It was constant. I can't even say that. It's not even constant. It was speed dependent acceleration. The faster you went. I scratched my visor. Fuck. Got this visor. Already scratched. Got something in it. Jesus. Like off idle, it would go. It was like that. Like you just like going down a hill, and you let off the gas. Let off the brake, and it would roll down the hill, and that's close to full throttle. But the faster it went, once you got to like 10 or 15 miles an hour, it would accelerate more until like I guess you got to about 45, where you hit the maximum acceleration. And that's what it would do, and it would go fast. I had no problem getting it up to 70. There's a tennis court where we saw those guys out there the other day. I had no problem getting it up to 70, and it was certainly adequately fast. I think you don't have a problem with speed on that bike. What you don't have, and I think this is where it really gets dangerous, is you don't have the response from the throttle or the brakes that you really want on a bike. I would want on a bike. There's nothing off a dead start. There's just nothing there. Bike can barely get out of its own way, and the brakes are complicated. At the very least, you could say they're complicated. Because there isn't a clutch, you aren't disengaging the brake under the throttle until you close the throttle. You have to actually roll it down. So if you're trying to stop, it's a two-step process. You have to roll the throttle and pull the brake at the same time with the same hand. And while it's not super difficult to do it, it does require some dexterity. It certainly does. But man, I don't know. I can't even compare the R1 to this bike. On this road, as long as I don't slip out right here in the acorns, it's just so much more fun to ride than the R1 was. This bike, I cannot get past, I can't go around this. It has just the right amount of power. It has enough power to get you going fast, but not so much as you just lose control of it. It takes over. It will move you when you want to move right now, just the way you want to go, just the way you want to move. But it doesn't snatch control of the vehicle from you, like with the 14R, where you're just like, holy shit, and you're just trying to hang on, while suddenly you're doing 90 miles an hour, and I'm quite serious. 1-2 seconds between 45 and 90 miles an hour. Bam, bam, it's there. And the big problem with that bike is you're so busy trying to hang on to it, trying to stay on it, that you forget about any finesse. All you can really do is snap the throttle closed. Because by the time you think about rolling the throttle closed, it's already doing 90 freaking miles an hour. You know, in second or third gear, I don't even want to think about it in first gear. So I won't be able to do the rolling test here because of this traffic. I should have passed it all. Oh, we're on the wrong side anyway. I wanted to be over there. So now I have to see if I can get on 66 going this way. Don't look like it. This looks like a local thing. I should just go this way. Because it's easier to turn in Fairview Park than it is to. Come on, dude. Come on, 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 go.